Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Solo Leveling Volume 2. I praised the first volume of this series, and I'm super excited to review and having read this one. So again, published by Yen Press. It is done by Dubu, which is Redis Studio. The original story is by Chugong. Translation is Hye Young Im. Rewrite is by Torres, lettering by Abigail Blackman. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. This was a really cool. It's not manga, right? It's manhwa is the difference. I think that's the Korean version. If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. It's not a word I've heard until someone corrected me because I called the last one manga. So the story. So the story's about this guy named Jinwoo. And Jinwoo is like the crappiest dungeon hunter out there. This is the real world, like our world, except dungeon hunting is an actual thing. There's like, these are rifts between worlds, and these hunters have to go in and clear out the dungeons and close the rift. And of course, they can get all sorts of loot and stuff like that by dungeon runs. So Jinwoo is horrible at it, and he went on a dungeon run the previous volume. And like everyone got killed except him. Well, almost everyone got killed except him. And he got an interesting ability. He now is like, it's kind of like a video game to him now. Like he can see how the enemies rank. He is constantly leveling up, which is like not a normal thing. He has an inventory where he can keep. It's straight up like, instead of just going out and fighting like a normal dungeon hunter, it's much more just like an RPG or JRPG with him, video game style. It's a really cool concept, and I'm like loving it. Loving. This is the type of video game I would play. Like, I loved old school Final Fantasies, Might and Magic, stuff like that. Like, that was the video games like I loved when I was younger. Horrible at them, but I loved them. And that's what this really feels like. I mean, he goes through and he does the grind. He's just leveling up towards the beginning, killing really low-level creatures and gaining abilities and levels and getting stronger and, having to put his stats in the proper, slots and figuring out what to level up and where. It's pretty awesome. What's great about it is there's eventually a twist towards the second half. We learn a little bit more about him specifically and kind of the path he's going down. Like, this is, while it's abnormal and what he's going through, like, others don't know about, there is history of what he's kind of been doing, and it doesn't seem like it turns out very well for, like, anyone involved. Again, really cool concept. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. The art is great. I think the presentation's really good. I think someone told me, they said this was like originally like a webtoon, and it's being formatted for print. And I think the original one was much more noticeable. Sorry, the first volume was much more noticeable in that. I made some comments about like, it seems to be like spacing issues and panels and stuff like that. This second volume, not as much. Like, it feels like they've kind of learned a little bit. The only knock that I've got is there is some, at least with my eyes, I had trouble reading like some of the, I don't know, heads up display, I guess it would be. I guess it would be a HUD. That would probably be my only problem at all, is there was a lot of times I either struggled reading it or just couldn't read it at all. But overall, like, you don't really need, there's like, it's the small details in that, so you don't really need to know it, but it's just a nice to be able to check out. But overall, like, really cool concept, great presentation, great delivery, like, everything about it just so cool, so great, and just entertaining. Like, I'm loving it for so many reasons. And where it's all going seems to be so cool. Like, I'm psyched to read the third volume. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be out, but I think it was about 2 months since the last volume, so I'm going to expect to be like another 2-3 months. I think it was like 2 months since the last volume, so I'm going to expect about another 2 months. But yeah, I mean, like, I went out and bought this because I enjoyed the first volume so much. Wasn't going to get a review copy from the Young Press, but like, loved the first volume so much, went and got this one, and it's just as awesome. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. If you enjoy, video game RPGs, you're gonna dig this. It's something about it that just clicks, I think, so well. It's done in such an entertaining way, and there's like, you can feel his like leveling up and how it's kind of corrupting him. There's something very kind of classic RPG in it, and it's cool. It's cool as shit. Like I can't praise it enough. The art I think is so great at times, and I'm loving it. Like I'm just loving the series, and the details on it and everything about it is so good. I'm loving the series. I can't praise it enough, and I'm digging it. So highly recommend this. If anyone has like something else similar to recommend, like drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear some suggestions because I'm clearly liking this. So gone on enough. I don't even know how else to praise it. Like it's just awesome. It's really, really cool. So out now in comic shops, you can go get it. We got a link beneath our video. Put in your zip code. Tell us comic shops near you. No problem. If you don't have a comic shop near you, no problem. We got some links as well beneath this video. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that to help support our site. So thank you. And just watching our videos to support us. So thank you for that. If you're into manga, if you're into manhwa, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep on leveling and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.